Dakota Ditcheva, undefeated, unshaken, and undeniably dominant. Her highlight reel is packed with first-round finishes,
a fight to the finish, Ditcheva and Bittencourt.
body shot TKOs, and brutal knockouts that look more like movie scripts than real fights. But what if we told you there are fighters out there who aren't just capable of surviving her power, but who might actually hand her that first loss? Yeah, you heard that right. This is top 5 female fighters who will beat Dakota Ditcheva. We're not talking about hopefuls or prospects. We're talking about proven monsters. Fighters with the tools, toughness, and terrifying power to stop the Dakota train in its tracks. Let's get into it. First up, Larissa Pacheco. If you're looking for someone who can not only survive Dakota's early pressure, but flip the script and bring real chaos back, this is your girl. Pacheco's not just experienced, she's battle-hardened. We're talking about a fighter who's gone to war with the likes of Kayla Harrison and came out the other side looking sharper and more dangerous than ever. She's the current PFL champion, and more importantly, she's got knockout power in both hands.
Good for Pacheco here, and then it was a...
Let's talk numbers. Pacheco has over 20 wins, and nearly all of them have come via finish. But what separates her from the average slugger is her composure. She doesn't rush the kill. She stalks, sets traps, and unloads when it matters most. Sound familiar? It should. It's exactly what Dakota does to her opponents. The difference is, Larissa can take a shot and give one back harder. But the real ace up her sleeve? The grappling. Dakota hasn't really been tested on the ground. She's dominated in the striking department, sure, but we haven't seen her work from her back, defend submissions, or survive deep waters on the mat. Pacheco could be the one to drag her there and make her pay for it. You get into a clinch war with someone like Larissa, and it's not just about knees and elbows. She'll body lock, trip, mount, and then rain down ground and pound that makes referees twitchy. Stylistically, this is the exact kind of fight Dakota hasn't had yet, and probably doesn't want. Here's the scenario. Dakota lands her usual early shots, but they don't phase Pacheco. Suddenly, she's the one backing up. Larissa closes the distance, gets the takedown, and starts hammering from top position. It's over before Dakota even knows what hit her.
Brutal shot, and again, going backwards, bang! Right down.
Could this be the woman to hand Dakota her first loss? If anyone has the resume, the grit, and the game plan, it's Larissa Pacheco. Next, Stamp Fairtex, one of the most decorated and dangerous strikers in all of women's MMA. If you're only watching UFC and PFL, you might be sleeping on Stamp. But over in One Championship, she's been running through some of the toughest women in the atomweight and strawweight divisions, with a unique style that blends Muay Thai aggression, Taekwondo creativity, and an evolving ground game that's surprising a lot of her opponents. Let's be clear, in a pure striking match, Dakota's never faced someone like Stamp. The way Stamp mixes up her attacks is straight up art. Elbows, spinning kicks, teeps, low kicks, flying knees, and everything comes at unpredictable angles. She doesn't just strike hard, she strikes smart. She breaks rhythm, controls distance, and sets traps mid-combination.
That's probably why. My goodness me.
Remember Dakota's fight-ending push kick against Hasna Jabber? Imagine someone doing that to her, but adding a follow-up spinning back elbow for good measure. That's the kind of layered violence Stamp brings to the cage. And don't let the smile and TikTok dances fool you. Stamp is a killer when the cage door shuts. Just ask her opponents. She's got multiple finishes via body shots, knees in the clinch, and walk-off punches that leave the crowd stunned. But what really makes this matchup intriguing is the unpredictability. Dakota thrives on control, keeping opponents at the end of her strikes, setting the pace, and landing with clinical precision. Stamp, she thrives in chaos. She baits you into thinking you're in charge, then flips the momentum in a heartbeat. We've seen Dakota remain composed under pressure, but we've never seen her deal with wildness. Stamp would test her timing, her reactions, and her adaptability in a way no one else has. If this fight ever happens, and let's hope one in PFL can work that magic, It would be one for the ages, a striker's delight with a real chance of Dakota eating something she doesn't see coming. Stamp Fairtex isn't just a threat, she's a stylistic nightmare. Now, if you want to talk about overwhelming force, meet Kayla Harrison, Olympic judo gold medalist.
Kayla Harrison. She is a two-time Olympic judo gold medalist.
Former PFL lightweight champion, a human steamroller with takedowns so dominant, they make you question whether MMA is even fair. And guess what?
Big punches from the top.
She's now in the UFC, cutting down to 135. And if she ever meets Dakota at a catchweight, or if Dakota moves up, things could get ugly. Let's be real. Dakota's defensive grappling is still a question mark. We haven't seen her get pinned against the cage, lifted, slammed, and held down for an entire round. But with Kayla, that's exactly what would happen. Harrison doesn't strike unless she has to. She closes distance fast, wraps you up, and dumps you on your back with terrifying ease. From there, it's ground control, positional dominance, and non-stop ground and pound. Dakota might land a few sharp counters early, but unless she scores a flash knockout, she's going to be spending most of the fight staring at the ceiling. Even if Dakota stuffs a few takedowns, Kayla doesn't stop. She resets, presses, and drags you into deep waters where technique gives way to fatigue and panic. This is one of the few fighters where you'd see Dakota's own confidence work against her, because Kayla wants you to throw. She wants that overextension, that moment of overcommitment. That's when she closes the gap. And once she's got a grip on you, it's too late. Now, is it a perfect matchup? Kayla's striking is still developing. And if she takes a clean shot on the way in, she could be in real trouble. But stylistically, she brings the kind of pressure that Dakota hasn't dealt with yet. And pressure, relentless, wrestling-heavy pressure, is often the Achilles heel of precision strikers. Now, Amanda Ribas, don't let the bubbly personality and dancy weigh-ins fool you. This woman is a beast. She's a true MMA all-rounder. A black belt in BJJ, underrated striking, and cardio for days. She's fought top-tier opponents at both strawweight and in flyweight.
Big ground and pound here from Ribas.
And while she's had some ups and downs, Amanda is a pressure fighter with the kind of pace that could break Dakota's rhythm entirely. Let's break it down. Dakota thrives when she can fight clean. She likes range. She wants to control the pace, pick her shots, and punish from the outside. Ribas? She brings the storm, constant movement, volume striking, level changes, and sneaky clinch work. She'll throw awkward angles, shoot for takedowns mid-combo, and then pop back up like nothing happened. And her striking? It's messy, but effective. She's not throwing for highlight reels. She's throwing to create chaos. And chaos is bad for Dakota. Now here's where it gets real interesting. Ribas doesn't fold under pressure. Even when she's hurt, she fights back. Just look at her recent war with Rose Namajunas, a 5-round scrap where Amanda gave Rose serious problems with her aggression, cage control, and tempo. She even out-grappled her at points. That's the same Rose who's a former UFC champ and one of the most technically gifted women in MMA history. If Ribas can handle Rose Namajunas, she can absolutely hang with Dakota Ditcheva. And when Dakota starts eating shots she didn't expect, when her clean counters don't slow Ribas down, when the takedown threat is constantly looming, that's when things could unravel. This wouldn't be a one-shot KO. This would be 5 rounds of grind, hustle, and gritty exchanges. Ribas is the type who wins the ugly fights, and Dakota's never been in one. That's a red flag. If Amanda Ribas shows up with the same aggression she brought against Rose, don't be shocked if she walks out with her hand raised. We end this list with the coldest killer in the UFC's flyweight division, Erin Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. If Dakota's watching tape, this is the one fighter she should be very concerned about. Blanchfield is young, relentless, and frighteningly technical. She's not flashy, she's not loud,
Able to weather the storm, but needs a hard.
but she's undefeated in spirit, and everyone in the top 10 knows she's coming for that belt.
Wow! That was beautiful!
What makes Erin so dangerous is how efficient she is. No wasted movement, no emotional reactions, just cold, calculated violence. She's taken down black belts, submitted veteran strikers, and outworked former champions. Her fight IQ is off the charts. And unlike Dakota, who hasn't faced elite-level adversity yet, Blanchfield's been in the fire and come out stronger. Now imagine this scenario. Dakota starts strong, landing her usual kicks and stiff jabs. But Blanchfield doesn't flinch. She bites down, shoots under the next jab, and gets the body lock. From there, it's a nightmare. Blanchfield doesn't just get takedowns, she dominates you on the mat. Top pressure like a cement blanket, constant transitions, wrist control, elbow traps, and then the ground and pound. Methodical, sharp, and painful. If you survive that, the submission threat kicks in. Dakota's never had to defend an arm triangle choke or a deep RNC against someone who's done it at the highest level. Blanchfield has. And here's the thing. Erin doesn't need to submit you. She can hold you down for 3, 4, 5 rounds and drown your will. Think about it. Dakota's longest fight? A few minutes. Blanchfield's gone the full 5. She's never tired, never desperate, always calculating. This isn't just a physical test, it's a mental one. Can Dakota survive being on the bottom? Can she work her way out from under someone who doesn't give up space? We don't know, because no one's forced her there. But if she ever signs a contract with Erin Blanchfield, we will find out. And the odds? They're not in her favor. So there it is. 5 women who don't just have a shot at beating Dakota Ditcheva, they have the tools to do it. Larissa Pacheco with her knockout power and crushing top game. Stamp Fairtex with her unpredictable elite striking. And Kayla Harrison, the human pressure cooker who turns fighters into panic wrestlers. Amanda Ribas, the chaotic pressure fighter who thrives on high pace and ugliness. And Erin Blanchfield, the technical nightmare with ground control that turns world-class strikers into survival mode grapplers. We're not saying Dakota isn't elite, she is, but no one's unbeatable. And these 5 women, they all bring weapons that Dakota hasn't had to face yet. Now it's your turn. Who do you think beats Dakota? Is there someone we missed? Should Rose Namajunas or Tatiana Suarez be on the list? Drop your picks in the comments below. And don't forget, if you like this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive. Until next time, stay sharp and respect the women who make this sport so damn unpredictable.